Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
From who?
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
I mean, I could just ignore it, right?
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Fine.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Oh, now you're helping me?
You didn't seem that interested in helping me before. Why now?
The Council agreed that Saren was dangerous, Commander. That was why we made you a Spectre. We only balked at unleashing the full force of the Citadel fleet against him.
Nobody on the Council wants to see you fail, so we contacted you with this latest information.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
Vermeer. Thanks for the information.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
So Vermeer's still up there. We went to Hawking. Naviria is one of the quest ones. Local cluster. I think we've checked local cluster. Argus Row we went to. Maroon Sea. We haven't gone to. Kepler Verge we haven't gone to. Armstrong. Peros we're at. That leaves Gemini. To Artemis Tau to get Talia. Or Natalia. Sony. Hades Gamma. Okay, and then Voyager we haven't been to. Ooh, did we go to Voyager for something else? I don't think we did. Maybe we did. I don't think so though. Let's see if that is part of the mission. Okay, so this is... Oh, racing against time. You need to explore Pharos, Navirian, Artemis, Tau Cluster, and Vermeer to find clues that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. Okay, we've done one of those, right? Okay, while on Pharos, you found personal log of Exo, an employee, Doctor's notes. referred to as Cerberus. We've got a Cerberus thing there. Maroon Sea Cluster would be a good place to start your investigation. Okay, and then Cerberus also there is in the Voyager cluster. Alright. Top one though. Maroon Sea Cluster. Let's go. Nothing Chinese. Caspian.
Lost shield!
The ship's probably crawling with them.
No need to worry about survivors, then.
Shields disabled.
crawling.
No need to worry about survivors then.
Shields down.
Lost shields!
Shields down.
Terrain's too rough.
According to the log files, the ship was out near the Perseus Vale. Looks like they found some kind of alien artifact. They brought it on board, and then... This doesn't make any sense. They plotted a course straight into the Perseus Vale, like they wanted the Geth to find them.
That artifact must have done something to them. Why else would someone fly into Geth space?
The entries don't make a lot of sense after that. It's like the captain's mind was falling apart. It doesn't say anything about how the ship got back into human territory.
The Geth turned them into husks and left the ship where someone would find it, trying to show us what happens to organics dumb enough to enter the Veil.
According to the log file, they brought it on
that
board.
Artifact.
The Geth turned them into husks and left the ship where someone would find it, trying to show us what happens to organics dumb enough to enter the Veil. Kill them all.
Lock shield!
Shields disabled.
Now it gets fun.
Negative contacts.
Bring it on.
Perimeter secured.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
looks deserted.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Hey, Gru, I must be muted. I was just talking about how the Banshee doesn't look so good there. No, you're stream booked. I'm never muted, right? Pro streamer. Oh, I wonder if I can destroy these guys from the outside. That'd be convenient.
The entire colony must have been transformed.
if we'd come here first, would they have been husks? Or would it have been something else? Oh, these are those spikes. We saw them at the very beginning of the game. This is not good.
I smell trouble.
Yeah, there's a lot of trouble, dude. Turns out this barrier that we've got is very good for husks. Why don't you have a barrier, dude? You should have a barrier.
Negative contacts.
Very convenient. Adam Sims with the 28 months.
Frankers.
Frankers, indeed. Thank you so much for the support. How's your 3D printer going? It's not Monka S. You've got the. I thought you'd gotten the thing. When are you getting the thing to stop the filament jam? And how do they get away with selling a product that is defective off the shelf? It works just low quality, so the jams happen unless you... Oh, so the jam is... Do the jams only happen if you try to do something of, like, higher quality? But that's saying, like, if their couplers suck so much and you can't do prints that the machine is supposed to print, that's, like, not operating within its specifications. Like, how is that allowed? Oh, because you're getting it from China. Okay. I'm surprised, like, but you buy it from, like, US websites, right? Colonial Pioneer team rarely consists of more than a few dozen specialists. It's clear none of them have survived. The Cerberus group has a lot to answer for here. It's not a US company, but did you buy it direct from Creality and they just shipped it to you from China? Right, okay, that's why you're able to do it. Yeah, okay. It was shipped from New Jersey. So it makes it, like, that's what I'm saying, like, even if you, like, and I get that it's super dirt cheap so you can then spend money on buying better parts, but that, like, and it's different countries have different laws, so I don't know what the US one, but over here, they wouldn't be able to sell that. Right? Or they would, but anyone would have a right to say it's not working as within the specifications that they've set, and the response of, well, you did get it like a quarter of the price so you can spend some money on upgrades, is like, no. You need to sell, like if you want to sell a product over here, it has to, like it must fulfill its specifications that it says it will. And none of this 1 year warranty rubbish. Like we've got a fit for purpose law that gives, and it's different for different sectors, but it basically states that companies don't get to set their own warranty period. Like things have to be fit for the purpose they're intended for a larger time frame. And it's so that companies will, and so a lot of stuff doesn't get sold here because companies don't want to wear the extended warranty that they have to provide consumers here. So a lot of cheapo companies just refuse to sell because if it breaks down in like 6 months or like 7 months and it's got a standard 6-month warranty, you get a full refund. Yeah. I know there was a brand of like smart-ish watches, I guess, like the ones that hook up to your phones and stuff, and do like heart rates and things. And they had a lot of problems. Like my kids ended up with some of them, and for the same reason, like my wife had to go back to the store she got it from and showed it to them, and like the bands kept coming off, and they didn't have replacement bands, whereas other companies have replacement bands, and you can just snap the bands back into place. This watch didn't have it, so they had to replace the whole watch. And the store she was getting them from was saying they're having lots of problems. Like a lot of people are coming back. But they don't care because they just forward the faulty one back to the company, and now they're not on the shelves. Like the company's pulled them because they in other countries I guess they just go, it's wear and tear. It's like watch band shouldn't wear and tear in 4 months. Yeah. Does mean that you miss out on potentially really cheap stuff if you're going to, especially for things that you might not use very often, and so you don't care that it's going to break down after like in a tenth of the time frame. If you're only using it, a tenth or less than what most people would use it for, and you just want to have one for a couple of projects and things or something. Probably not a big expense like a 3D printer, but smaller things. US has almost zero consumer protection, so they can just sell rubbish here. Yeah, so having something a quarter of the price is all well and good, especially if you know that. Like if you go, okay, I've done my research, I know this is a quarter of the price, however, I am going to have to buy this piece and this piece from a better brand, which will bring it up to half the price. And I'm happy to make the changes myself, then it works out, right? But a lot of the consumer protection laws are to protect people that want to just, don't want to have the technical know-how, but want to just use it. You shouldn't have to be a computer wizard to use a computer, you know what I mean?
Cover me.
And saying that though, there are going to be some items that you're going to need to, early adopting items. Like when 3D printers first came out, you almost had to be willing to learn. Right? Because that was just the way it was. Whereas now, I suppose if you can get it at if you can just go into a non-specialty store and pick and buy something, that's when it really needs to be available for anyone to use, right? Yeah, a lot of other countries have very similar or are bringing in similar ones because, and a lot of the things like a toaster, you should be able to buy a toaster and have it last longer than a lot of the very cheap crap ones make. And part of it is you might make a very cheap toaster. I'm going to make up the numbers. Let's say you can make a toaster that you can sell for $2, right? Because you can make it from parts that cost less than $2. Right, and it's good for 6 months. The problem isn't that someone doesn't someone goes, yeah, I just need a toaster real quick. I'll just get a $2 one. I'm gonna take it camping or whatever to wherever and just plug it into an outlet somewhere. And then it creates waste, right? No, the production itself, then when you throw it out. But then you've got people that are like, oh, I can get a toaster for $2. That's cheap. Oh, it's broken. Well, it was a $2 toaster. I'll just go get another. You know what I mean? So the idea is to reduce. By having, some people will say it's okay if you price crappy products appropriately, but then you're just creating more waste. So by having higher consumer protection laws, you often remove the manufacturing of really crappy product. You make toast on it. Yeah, but Bonfire, you grow your own wheat and mill it into bread. You're the exception, okay? And you've got rice paddies in your portable rice paddies on your balcony. I'm pretty sure you have a slaughterhouse in your basement with livestock in there as well. And I'm shocked that you bought your own computer. I know you manufacture silicon and electronic plating and all that stuff. So judgy? Dude. There is nothing wrong with doing some processes to either save time or get better quality, or both, or for the fun of it. You would single-handedly be the one person I know of, and we kind of know each other, I guess, that does the most, by far the most amount of, what is it called when it's that process? It's not high process, low process? Low, I don't know, but you know what I mean, when you do the base, stuff down at base level. Yeah, kind of do DIY. But then there's so much DIY, right? People, a lot of people make their own bread. Just FYI, Bonfire makes his own bread. But, not many people grow rubber trees so that they can eventually go through several processes and put tires on their bicycles. Or get their own, organic glue. How's it weird you make your own bread? It's not weird that you make your own bread. Lots of people do. But that's the example of doing a basic process instead of buying an end product. And so a lot of people do, have a few basic processes they do. All I'm saying, the point was that Bonfire is someone I know that possibly does the most amount of base processes. I don't know how he finds time to do anything else. Every time, it's almost every week, there's another something that you're doing from scratch, and not just what most people. Most people would talk about. People say I baked a cake from scratch, and what that includes is putting the eggs and the milk and the cake mix in the oven. Right. Whereas I would think, baking a cake from scratch is, adding flour and baking powder and maybe some cocoa, eggs and stuff, and some salt. Right. Whereas Bonfire's baking scratch is, planting some wheat in the backyard and, keeping chickens, and milking a cow and churning the butter. I don't think so. You've got chickens, don't you, Bonfire? I'm pretty sure you have chickens. I mean, a lot of people have chickens. That's not a weird thing. You don't have chicken. I thought you had chickens for your own eggs. Do you know someone that you get fresh eggs from? Don't tell me you buy store-bought eggs. I'll have to deny knowing you if you buy store-bought eggs. You buy store eggs for now. Okay. So are you on the hunt? Like, are you looking for someone to trade with? Like, you're going to trade bread for eggs, or are you planning on having chickens? Your own chicken eggs, though, they're amazing. If anyone that has, like, we've got family that have chickens. They have a lot of chickens, but they do a lot of cooking. And their eggs are amazing. You'll see how things go. Yeah, nice. We almost had chickens. I had the coop planned and everything. We had the... we'd put up new fencing and stuff. We'd leveled out an area in the backyard off the side of the kids' playground that we built. And we're ready to go. It was the next project. And I was literally putting the last dozen palings up on the fence. I'm nailing them in. I got the nail gun out, and it started to rain. And I'm like, I've only got a dozen palings to go, maybe a bit more. So we pulled the bin around to the side so I could have stuff there and ready. So I was throwing stuff out as I went. We were cleaning up. Got inside just before it started to rain, cleaned up, and had these huge showers. And then, like, a day and a half later, there was news of floods. I can't remember the river that was, a couple hundred miles away. How it was starting to get high, and we're like, ah, crap. And then the flood warnings came through, and we were fine in the 2 years beforehand. And so, like everyone else that was above the flood line, we sat out on the road with our camp chairs and whatnot, and had beers. The Skeptics anti-flood party, and then the water. We watched the water coming up the road, and we're like, "Yep, there's the water. That's fine. It'll be fine." Then we kept watching the water come up the road, and then at some point we're like, "We should probably go get some stuff off the floor and lift things up into the, like, get it on the benches and whatnot." And then we all went back to our houses and did that, and it didn't matter. Low-tech things is fun, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, like, yeah. Low-tech things is fun. Yeah, and then, so that put an end to our chicken plan. I mean, I didn't have to build a chicken coop, which was nice, but, yeah. I would have liked to have eggs.
Securing point.
Ooh. Start with pontoons instead of foundations. The house is on stilts. It was the highest floodwaters, like, on record that year. Like, the previous highest one, like, with all the floods that happened, like, it was in a flood area that flooded, flooded 2 years before. I think it flooded a decade before that. And the previous record was like 100 years earlier. All the ones in between had been almost nothing. The one we had 2 years before was fairly shallow as well. There's still a lot of damaged houses. Like, it was bad by history's sake, but not very big. Whoa, that one looks a bit gnarly. There you go. What's for dinner tonight, Bonfire? Quiche? I like a good quiche. What do you got going in it? Actually, I like when you make a quiche and then lift it up and turn the and put the flame grill on. I guess the Americans call it the broiler, and then and sort of oh, I've forgotten the other thing. And you toast the top of it to make it almost a thingy. Not a true one, but what's that thing that you put it? It's like a quiche, but you put it in a fry pan that you can put like right under in the broiler. But just give it a little burny crisp on the top. Oh, I've lost my word. At any rate, might have a quick look down there before leaving. Come on. No, I need to get... No, that's not going to happen. What's the deal that you... Like quiche, but you put under the flame. Crisp the top up, maybe put some cheese. I want to say it begins with a T. No. That's gonna tickle my brain for a while. Alright, no minerals. Oh, let me up. You're looking at Florida? That's okay. What's going to tickle your brain? It's like a quiche, but you put it like high up in the oven under the grill flame, or depending where you live, for the broiler. And you usually cook it in the pan. So you need a fry pan with a plastic handle, obviously. No, not a flan. God, not flan. Caspian, Vostok. Well, yeah. Well, you sear it, I guess. How you doing, Hooters? Is there something on the outside? Yes. Oh, it's that one. We have 4. Okay. You alright? Alright, it's alright. Getting up to anything good on the weekend? Survey. Oh, we got Matriarch's writings. Yeah, okay, cool.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
Frittata. There you go. It has T's in it. Hooked up your desktop, found out your gaming headset's broken. Oh, that sucks, man. Wow, there's a lot of, look at that, a lot of something bad over here. The microphone on my headset's just hanging on. I don't know what happened. Because I wouldn't say I'm clumsy. But I was just holding them and I dropped them. Which would have been fine. Except I had the somewhat normal reaction to be like, oh, I should try and catch these. Instead of just letting them fall on the floor because they're a headset and they're fairly robust. So I swung my hand around and grabbed them by the little microphone arm. So not only now am I snatching them out of the air, yeah, and it broke the, like, tore the little plastic, like, down near the base. So they still, you have to put pressure on it inwards to the joint to rotate it. And then it sort of, and then it sits fine because it's managed to tear the correct, oh, not the correct way, the way so that it won't go down. The tear's on the underside, but it's so you can push it down and turn it on. You have to be really careful when you go to turn it off by lifting it up. And it's a pain. Get out the way. Can I do anything with this? No. Oh, there's no jar. I tried to jump in. But I don't... It's kind of funny too, because I don't use the microphone. Oh, no. Okay, so my son needed it for when he used to play Fortnite on this computer. Because for whatever reason, I couldn't get my Yeti working with Fortnite. So you had to use the headset microphone. Oh, free stuff. So it still works, but yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's just one of those moments. Oh, I can get in here. Oh, I was there. Rude. I like these little games. They're cool. It's a nice little break. A bit jerky there. So we're going to go a little bit over time today, because we can. Throughout this planet, probably see if we can find another system. Or do another side quest mission, whatever system that takes. No. Oh, poop. Easy there. Easy. Never didn't have it. Have faith, Adam Sims. fine. We got gold. And let's get out. I'm hoping we're almost at the stage where we can stop mucking around looking for extra stuff. Although we found some cool stuff. Well, it's probably unnecessary, some of the extra exploration stuff. But it's lost its, I guess, like the intrigue to go around and see what's available for fun. Almost at the stage now where I just want to focus on the... Well, I mean, this is like... I'm doing explorations during side quests instead of explorations during main, you know, so... That and the constant trying to climb the high mountains is starting to take its toll. Actually, if we return back and go down... We'll still do a little bit of exploration, though. Yeah, the novelty is wearing off, I guess. Just a touch. Rest of the game, definitely not wearing off. Having super fun with all the other stuff.